of her evaluation and feedback project in Pathways. For this project, she is going to talk about how an experience with horses taught her about facing fears. With her speech titled, Getting on the Horse and Embracing the Fear, Toastmaster Kathleen Hoffheimer.
Good morning, Toastmasters. Good morning. Show of hands, how many of you remember a time where you were so excited to do something and to try something new, but when it came time to do it, and even leading up to it, you were scared and nervous? Yeah. Yep. I want to share an experience with you where I was excited to try something new, but was nervous at the same time. As many of you know, when I gave my icebreaker, I mentioned I have a condition called Turner syndrome, which is a chromosomal disorder that affects mostly girls and women. In 1998, I was 12 years old, living in North Carolina, when I was invited to go to a week-long camp for girls with Turner syndrome. It was at a dude ranch in Gunnison, Colorado, a couple of hours outside of Denver. I was so excited to go. I was traveling to somewhere I had never been before. I was going to meet other girls who had Turner syndrome, just like me. I couldn't wait. When I arrived, the ranch was beautiful. The weather was gorgeous. The counselors were friendly and kind, and the girls were kind and supportive. And we did so many fun activities, like karaoke and whitewater rafting and hay rides. But there was one activity I was really looking forward to doing, but I was also scared of at the same time. That activity was horseback riding. And on the dude ranch, of course, we're going to be doing horseback riding. Now, I never really interacted with animals before this point, let alone a horse. So I was excited to try it because it was something new, but I was nervous at the same time. The day we started riding, the wrangler brings me to this huge horse, and I mean huge horse. And again, I've no interaction with a horse before, so I still was nervous because I didn't know how he was going to act. But the wrangler gave me apples to give to the horse as a way to bond with him. And then it came time to ride him. And because the horse was so big and I am so small, it was hard to mount that horse. If you were at Linda Miller's Christmas party and saw me trying to get on that mechanical bull, it was that difficult. Maybe even more. It was not pretty. And I was scared and anxious and frustrated. But the wrangler said, why don't we try a smaller horse? And I said, still a little nervous. And the wrangler said, well, let's just get a smaller horse and try and see what we can do. And if not, let's call it a day. I said, okay. So he brings out a smaller horse. And again, gives me apples to feed him, to bond with him. And when it came time to ride him, I was still so nervous, my legs were shaking. And the wrangler said, take a breath. That horse can sense your fear. Embrace that fear and just get on. I'll be there to help you. So, and luckily enough, this horse was smaller, so he was easier to mount. And with the wrangler's help, I was able to get on that horse. And I was so proud of myself that I was able to do that. When it came time to ride him, I was still nervous because I was afraid he was going to go so fast, I was going to fall off. But the wrangler put me at ease with that as well. He made sure the horse was going slow. He was making sure I was safe. And when I started riding, I was so proud of myself. I was beaming. And the wrangler was so proud of me, he called my parents back in North Carolina and told them what happened. The wrangler gave me one important life lesson that day: to embrace your fears. Fear is, and it's okay to be afraid. Fear is a way of challenging and testing ourselves. Example would be when you give your icebreaker. You are so excited to do the icebreaker, but you're also nervous because you're doing it in front of a new group of people and it's something new for you. But you just have to take a breath, get on that horse and ride. And once you ride, you'll be so proud that you embraced your fear. Toastmasters.
Good job.